Happy Saturday, everyone. This is Greg Dixon from Shared Visions Unlimited, and also the host of the Note Show. Today, I'm gonna review a little bit of a process I use for creating marketing content out of broadcasts. Last week, I'm just going to get this banner off of here and just make this presented here. You may have tuned into the Note Show last week, where Alden Geraldo, uh, Dr. Ivan Taro, and I talked about various ways of diversifying your investment portfolio using mortgage notes. And if you hadn't watched this, it's worthwhile going back. I'm just going to play a little bit of it. Strategies, including mortgage notes. And this was a topic that you wanted to talk about, Alden. So maybe you can kick that off.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of capital investors are looking to ultimately divert.
Anyway, this is one of the best broadcasts we've done. Anything Alden's involved with is generally pretty good. He's got a lot to say and a lot of insights and a lot to offer with Win Mobile and the Silvercrest Investment Fund. But today we're going to talk about how to leverage this. So beyond being the host of the Note Show, I help people with Shared Visions Unlimited. I help with multimedia publishing and also marketing. And so today I'm going to demonstrate one of the things I do for marketing. So this was such a great interview that what I did is I imported the video for this and exported an audio file that I'm going to load into a program called ClarityScribe. And here it is. ClarityScribe was developed by copywriter Ray Edwards, and it's a bunch of tools, copywriting tools, on top of an AI engine. Um, uh, I, I'm assuming it's Chat GTP, but it may not necessarily be Chat GTP. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tour here. So one here is infinite captions. You can basically put in what your post is about, and it'll generate a whole pile of captions. Magic headline writer is the same kind of thing. You put in a description. So it's many of the AI tools are talking about creating prompts for generating meaningful AI. And so basically, this is a template for prompts over top here. What's your email about? Magnetic title forming, all these kinds of things, power paragraphs, and you can go in and just ask questions like you would Chat GTP. You can do all of those things. So, but one of the things that I use that I think is worth the price of admission, which is less than $100 a month, it's 30 something a month, and it's this thing called a podcast producer. So I've exported the audio file, and with luck, it'll be able to, we'll load it up here. Let's see here. Okay. So it's on my external hard drive. There we go. Balancing your investment portfolio, MP3 file. It's got a restriction of less than 25 megabytes. So this is a fairly long, was 47 minutes discussion we had. So I had to compress it quite a lot, but it should work. Let's see here, upload it. There we go. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Transcript markers going. And so I've done a lot of video work over the years, and at one time there weren't transcription services available. I did a project where I interviewed about 30 people for each half an hour each, and needed to make a 12-minute video. And I didn't use a transcription service. It would have saved me months of work if I had used a transcription service. I've used a couple. This one here, the transcript, given a good audio file, the transcript here is pretty accurate. It doesn't do any fancy formatting, but it's pretty accurate. So we'll see how It might take a little bit to do. What the transcript does for me is when I was documenting the project is it allows me to search for certain things. I says, oh, I remember he said something about this, and then I can search for it, search through the text and find it. And it saved me it when I did the video project for a church. I went through by hand and I created a Google spreadsheet and created tons and tons of notes, about and tried to mark, says this is interesting. We might want to use this. This is that, 5 minutes and 23 seconds into the clip. The transcript can just make it so much simpler. Anyway, yeah, I thought about doing this in advance, but then we'll see. So it's uploading now. I'm just going to tell you where I'm going with this is once we have the transcript, I'm going to take the transcript and I'm going to copy it and put it into, okay, I'm going to copy the transcript here, right there. So there it is. There's the text over to the side. And I will do this when I'm doing, I do this with a lot of my clients, a lot of projects, all sorts of things. And let's see if I can just do the search there. And then I'm just going to go over, and this is my process here. I've got, should have somewhere in here. Where's my, right. So I created a folder for this. I've uploaded the audio, I've uploaded the video, and then I've got a Google Doc here with the transcript, and I'm just going to paste it in here, paste and match the style. At some point, I can go through and edit this if I really want to fine tune it, but that's not what I'm going to do now. Okay. Oh, share this tab here. Okay, there. This is the document after I pasted it into a Google Doc. So I've got a text file for this. It's kind of like the raw materials of everything. Okay, so I'm going to go back to ClarityScribe. Here we are, and there's the transcript. So the next step is, here's a bunch of things we can do. Create episode titles, create an episode description, create show notes, create an email, create quotable quotes, create YouTube titles. All these things are really valuable. So, but I'm going to show today is this is what I use for creating blog posts mostly. And it's going to generate some show notes here. And here, there's a good summary here and the key points. This is pretty handy, and the links mentioned. So I'm not, what I do normally do is I'll go through this, and if I'm going to create a blog post out of it, going to copy it and edit it. But right now, I'm just going to copy this over, and I'm going to go over to my right to here. I'm gonna, okay, this is in Google Docs, and I've got the show notes, and again, I'm just going to paste it in there, paste and match style, and so these are all pretty good. So the thing with using any AI any AI tool is you have to, the best way to consider this is your first draft, and then after that you can go refine it. Maybe you want it to sound more like you would sound. Maybe they're in the transcription, it made a mistake. Often, like me, I'll get the spelling of people's names incorrect. And anyway, but it can save a lot of time. And I'm just going to go back here, just go through, let's go create assets, create quotable quotes. So let's see what it comes out with that. I think Alden said some pretty interesting stuff. So see if it caught those things. So my main point here is that this is a pretty handy tool for generating all sorts of different kinds of content. And what my intention is I'm going to send Alden, the transcript, after I've tinkered with it a bit, and the video from the interview, so he can use it for his own marketing. And then I'm going to create on the notescenter.com. I'll create a article based on the transcript with a link to people to watch the video either on YouTube or LinkedIn. I favor sending people to LinkedIn because that's where business to business happens, and that's a better business profile, and that's where the original broadcast was. So that's there. So here's some quotes that pulled out of here. Anyway, so here's the golden nugget of seller finance notes provides individuals with security so they have a lien on that property and they earn a higher than average return than traditional real estate investment strategies in an alternative investment. So again, you've got a ton of stuff, and maybe one of these things could actually be a social media post. You can just take one of those quotes, elaborate it on it, post it out, and do incredible amount. Let's see here. If I go create assets, create an email. So again, I actually like writing. I like writing from scratch, but sometimes when you're doing this kind of thing, it's and I give you a good example of different writing styles. This probably tends to sound a bit like Ray Edwards. I think there's probably a bias built into this, but that's not such a bad thing. He's sold helped clients sell hundreds of millions of dollars worth of their products and services. So that's really not a bad thing. And yeah, again, we can see that it doesn't really do well with names, spelling, like me. And yeah, so this is a pretty amazing tool. I'll just go back to, where am I going to go? I've used it for all sorts of things, like if I'll often do broadcasts like this where I'm training, I'm demonstrating something, and I'll do the same process to create show notes for it, and I also sometimes create a podcast out of it too. So the marketing message here, the marketing message is to create once and leverage everywhere. So a simple, this here basically is a 47-minute discussion, can generate a ton of content to be used in other places and leverage your content and put it out into the world. It's clear, and you can get take a look at ClarityScribe at ClarityScribe.ai. It's inexpensive. I signed up for it with it was with a coaching program with Ray Edwards. But I ended up stopping. I went to one of the sessions and it wasn't Ray teaching it. It was one of his students teaching it. And I really didn't think his advice was actually that helpful. So there we go. Anyway, take a look at ClarityScribe. Like, there are tons of AI tools. I don't know of any that's got this kind of podcast spin to it and the same copywriting spin. If that's the kind of thing you want to take a look at, it's worth taking a look at ClarityScribe. And again, I help people publish their books and online courses and other multimedia content, and I helped many people with their marketing. I have sort of a little niche. One of the reasons I do the note show is I work with quite a few people in the mortgage note space and real estate investment space, and it's an area I'm interested in learning more about it, and always interested to see what people have to say. So again, go back and watch some of the previous broadcasts of the note show featuring Alden and many others over the years. Pretty insightful stuff. all this stuff takes work. So in theory, I should have a blog post for every episode, but I don't always get to it. But this is a fabulous tool. AI Scribe, ClarityScribe is a fabulous tool to make that process a lot easier and a lot faster. Anyway, that's all I have to say for today. Go off and enjoy your Saturday and have fun.